1-love.
Don't be nerves, Adam won't there. And they've played on big stages before, but this is special. This comes with a little extra tingle, doesn't it?
Yeah, extra's the right word. That's definitely what Wang Manyu tried to bring on that receive.
1-all.
Who settles to the task fastest?
Yeah, that has sort of been the theme of the last few days. Mercury and retrograde, everything just a little bit upside down, a little bit unusual. That said, here, this is the Wang Manyu we know at her best, as fluid as can be. Watch her wrist on this. Oh, that guide, the inside out, she just let everything come together like a whip.
Of course, what's really interesting about this is the narrative within the Chinese camp. Wang Manyu has been second best to the best player in some time, Sun Yingxia, a few times in finals. Otherwise, she would have a lot more titles to her name. But Kuai will have designs on rising up the ladder.
2-3.
It's tough being the backup singer. It's tough being a star in the shadows. Wang Manyu's fan club is rising, and deservedly so. This is a big chance for her.
And they're here in their numbers. What do we make of Kuai Man's temperament? She seems, because she plays in finals, we've seen her getting to and winning doubles finals already with partner Lin Shidong on a regular basis. She seems to have the big match temperament.
Yeah, she's almost a role model. I mean, obviously there are two for Team China that stand out that I know a lot of the world is missing, but Wang Manyu very much a bird of the same feather in that regard. Meaning, she just seems to focus on all the right stuff. It's not about, let's say, a point here or there, a title here and there. It's about doing your best. It's about focusing. It's about not worrying about the stuff you can't control and really sending the right message to future generations.
And what has been noticeable about Wang Manyu in recent times is this steely determination and almost a ruthlessness at times. When she's on top, there's no question of her taking her foot off the gas. She sometimes overwhelms and intimidates the opposition when she's going well. You'll see the sleeves maybe roll up, the guns come out.
Well, there they are, one of them. I guess for any racket sport player, the bigger of the two guns. Perfect placement right into that crossover. Wang Manyu on the second shot there in that open rally is able to find that midsection. VIPs in the house, some HKTTA reps as well. Good pressure and speed here from Kuai Man on top of the bounce. Wasn't an easy shot to take there. Had to pause completely, take an abbreviated stroke from deep in the backhand corner with her forehand nonetheless.
How impressed were you with the win over Chen Yi? That looked like it was going to be a much harder match in the semi than it turned out to be.
Yep, Wang Manyu can hit levels.
5-7.
And she's doing just enough to keep in front in this first game.
Yeah, you have, in terms of how impressed with that match, the fact that Chen Yi had beaten Zhu Yuling just before that, the way that she did. Yeah, that's a big statement for Wang Manyu. On any given day, you never know, though, in terms of how you wake up.
And Kuai Man, of course, found herself in a difficult match to negotiate when it became obvious early on that Sun Yingxia was laboring with an injury. In a way, it posed a problem for her and how she should play that one. But she is playing this one as she does so well.
One of the most impressive things, I've used the word smooth before, Kuai Mon's transition. She doesn't get caught up much at all. She's good at just making quick decisions and adapting, which has been a theme this week.
But there's not much she can do with that because Manyu is swarming all over it.
Man, you aren't kidding. She is really strong in that forehand.
Oh.
I think that's a good time to raise your hand. That was essentially an air horn to point of serve. And a pendulum serve finds the edge of Kuai Mon's racket, so Wang Manyu sets up 4-game points in this best-of-7 championship match. Still a long road ahead potentially, but Kuai Mon with the serve.
7-10.
Efficient stroke inside the table. The backhand stays loose. First thing to get up is that elbow. She's setting up camp.
Unable to transition onto that one. Again, clever from Manyu, who had the better of that first game, and she takes it.
1-love.
Good drive on the parallel here. Wang Manyu gets a full stroke, a bit of time here to drop that racket head. Look how low that racket goes before she comes into that ball. There's some racket speed coming in.
Love.
She's picked up where she left off earlier on, and this is impressive from Wang Manyu, who's just maintaining the form that's just peaking at the right time. Now that's something that you always feel, given that smooth transition you spoke about for Kuai Mon, that she's comfortable doing.
Yeah, she's doing an excellent job of staying close to the table, the more valuable real estate right on the coast of that baseline. That's where you want to be. We've seen it from Harimoto throughout. We've seen it from Wang Chuqin, Sun Yingxia. Wang Manyu making sure there's no confusion. Often people don't realize their flash is on because it's facing away directly at the player.
Way to come straight back, snapping through that. So impressed, Adam, by the range that she has, particularly on that forehand. She either drops it and she gets a lot of bat speed on it. She is able to just punch it with an abbreviated backward stroke. And then there's that backhand.
Yeah, a little net on the second to last one. It'll be interesting to see. There was side spin. What a kick on that ball early. And then still, when she's free, there's no muscle tension. She's loose. She's making decisions quickly, nice and early. This is incredible defense. Every single shot before that, Wang Manyu goes from the biggest strokes you've seen to, okay, all I need to do is put my racket in the right spot and angle it the right way. That's exactly what she does. A full reach across and the pressure to try to hit it past the wingspan, the feeling, and the shots that have come out this game. At the first towel break, Wang Manyu in a very encouraging position. But it's still early in this match.
But of course, as you saw at the first game break, no coaches because it's China against China. So if she has some figuring out to do, Kuai Mon's got to do it all on her own. 12 of the last 16 points have gone the way of this in-form world number 2.
It reminds me so much of Zhu Yuling, who gave a really fascinating interview after winning the United States Smash, saying that, yeah, we don't have Xia technique. Okay, we're not perfect, but that forces us to think. We have to be thinkers on the table. Not to say that Xiaoxiao's not thinking, but that you almost have to overcompensate if your technique isn't quite so clean. Wang Manyu bringing a lot of different elements to the table today. Net recovery as well. This is that adaptability again.
But Kuai, yep, she's processing this. And of course, she plays her doubles alongside one of the best there is, Lin Shidong. She learns all the time. She's growing all the time.
Wow, the soles of the shoes stay together somehow. You could hear the screech. That is physical fitness. That is determination. Everything was uncomfortable in that rally for Wang Manyu, but she found her way back in a Runa-like forehand from the middle.
Not this time for Manyu. Maneuvered around, and that's just what Kuai needed.
Yeah, it would have taken a hand switch to get back for this one. Wang Manyu's pulled off a lot, but you can see why players switch hands. You've got the distance between the shoulders that's subtracted when you reach across the body, let alone the time.
The problem for Kuai is that as good as she is at times winning a point, she hasn't been able to win the next one that often.
That is the pattern so far. A lot of interesting stats we got before the match started. So this is the first time we've seen that, but just to add to that conversation, you mentioned no coaches on benches. Wang Manyu, 5 years more experience professionally than Kuai, give or take, just by age. That said, Kuai wins 62% of her finals. Wang Manyu wins 50%. Not to mention their head-to-head.
Oh, wow.
Orange line. Not a lot of space to get it past Wang Manyu on the wing, and that all was in response to a strong opening attack. Short strokes abbreviated, like she got an email saying where that ball was going to go yesterday.
And, you know, to add to that stat about finals, just looking at WTT finals, for example, you've got to put in the sample size as well. Wang Manyu's already appeared in some 14 WTT Series finals. This is her 15th. She won 7 of the 14. Look at that shift in momentum. 6 out of 8 now for Kuai. She's going at 4 out of 8 in WTT Series, 5 wins in 8 in all competitions.
This pattern pops up. You can extract it like looking for numbers from pi in a big chart. Eventually, it comes to the wide forehand and deep to the backhand. Kuai keeps moving her to that wider forehand. It feels like 3 of the last 4 points. That's how she's won it.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you for the support, but that's enough for now. Time to play. And a change of pattern after all that. Wang Manyu already started the car with destination wide forehand. And right back down the line. Kuai, this is a game of catch me if you can when it comes to patterns.
It's also the first time in this match we've seen her string together a run of points, take the advantage, but can she see it through? Well, she went the other way. She's playing some great stuff here, and she's getting her opponent thinking.
That's 7 points in a row from down 3-8, and it sets up 2 game points for Kuai. We've seen comebacks, and much like Shakira's hips, the stats don't lie. So, Kuai, we cannot count out, and right now she's in a wonderful position to quickly level this match.
Isn't it amazing, this sport?
1 love.
Solid exchange here, and it's Kuai with the racket just a little bit higher to stay on top of this rally, catching the top edge of Wang Manyu. Again, the backhand, the more efficient stroke. The taller player usually uses the backhand more.
1
That said, Kuai put it in just the right place to tempt Wang Manyu to play the forehand from the middle on many occasions.
Oh,
1
Picture perfect. Take a look one more time, enjoy it. Power, placement when you recognize an opportunity. That is full commitment, not even the free hand is there. Tried.
2 all.
well, she went all in on that one, Kuai and had just a slight moment.
If I were to guess, I would say Wang Manyu wanted that serve to be slightly shorter than it was, just slightly. Kuai quick to pick up an opportunity.
Oh,
The flexibility with the wrist from Kuai to send it wide to the forehand, but Wang Manyu is increasing the pressure when she reaches out, just to keep Kuai to recover quicker. A little bit deeper on the table. That extra bit of topspin puts more pressure on.
Kuai again then happy to invite the rally, but it goes long, and it's a 2-point lead for Manyu.
I like rallies like this, the ones that are awkward, the ones that are different, where you just feel like someone's saying, nah, not me, how about you? No, how about you? I don't want to, you. It was very polite, but it was a lot of sort of smiles that were maybe not super genuine in terms of, please take this shot.
Yeah, with a case of who blinks first. And another one goes long. And this is very cute from Manyu because she's just nibbling away here, finding a way to just slowly increase the lead. It's getting a bit restive in the crowd here.
Players are ready.
I think there's a loose chihuahua in the stands.
3
Well,
5.
she's just hit it straight through her with feeling.
Yeah, this is the crossover. Which side of the racket? One ice cream cone block, and then she tries, but a swing from there is tough. Not a lot of space.
Again,
5.
it's the pace and power that does the job.
The long serve sets it up. She's done wonderfully with bottle challenge serves, going deep to the middle, the backhand. This is someone who says, I want to finish the rally quickly because I see how good you are when it gets extended.
But even Kuai on the transition is unable to get to that inside because it comes at her with venom.
Yeah, this time the half-long serve, a bit more traditional, a little bit more predictable. Wang Manyu right there to do what she does. Keeping that hand cool for grip, shovel serve setup.
You know, regardless of who wins the point, just watching these two, it's an absolute treat.
Yeah, the levels, what, human beings are awesome. This could be part of that compilation, just what people are able to generate, what they're able to accomplish in their life. These abilities are tough to match.
6 all.
Just
There's
reminding
so
us,
much there, isn't there? So much in the way of cutes and cleverness.
this felt like a reminder that they are still human, but of course, as you mentioned, credit to Kuai for changing patterns. Knowing what Wang Manyu is capable of, and then seeing a point like this, that's how tricky every single shot is. There are just so many factors to consider in the blink of an eye.
She won the point.
7.
She looked so far out of that point.
It was almost heroic. This was a comeback for positioning alone. Way off wide to the forehand. She lost no footing. And from the middle, the quality of shot and awareness for everything that Wang Manyu did in this point. There could be its own chapter about how it all was put together perfectly.
7 all.
1-all, 7-all.
If we zoom out a bit, 3-8 down last game, Kuai. The momentum is in her favor right now.
Mm-hmm. But we're getting towards the business end of this one, and Wang Manyu knows her way around the business end. Now it's 8-all. Look at those sleeves. They're just going up, literally and figuratively, rolling up. She's going about her work, and this is turning into an arm wrestle, really.
I like that side swipe there, that bit of extra spin added, a little bit of side spin as well from Kuai on the receive.
She bounced in the serve again. She dealt the cards and didn't get the result.
The last time Wang Manyu chode, it was very much to herself. Now, I don't think this was for anyone else, but it came out in a burst. That's how much pressure was on her in this point.
This has been a very, very tense third game. And intense. Ooh, as wide as you can get there for 2 game points.
Serve success here, 5.9% better.
It was almost an aggressive apology.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to make sure the opponent knows aggressively.
What was that service win percentage? The odds favored her, and she gets it done. And she starts well, having re-established her advantage in this match.
This is what you want. You want an opponent who's late to get to the ball. You want surprise so that someone's just catching up and trying to settle before each shot, but not able to. Talk about half long. Indecision. It looked like there were 3 different choices made. Ready? Push, no, attack, no, push. She changed her mind twice before she hit it.
Which is often the worst thing in sport. Too many options tends to lead to the wrong one. Good start, this.
Is it paralysis by analysis? I was going to say indecision paralysis, but I remembered that the words rhymed.
Look at the body language from Manyu. She's come bullying her way into this.
Time out.
What does she do to stop the rock, Kuai?
Well, receive is so important. The earlier in the rally your shot comes, the more important it is, because there's no guarantee you're going to get another.
Oh, that was always going to be put away. She got the break that maybe she needed so badly.
Quite frankly, watching her hesitate for a moment here had me wondering, okay, in this replay from that angle, it looked pretty clear that Kuai didn't question too much. Some of the most amazing net recoveries I've ever seen. 2 today from Lin Shidong against Tomokazu.
1-5.
Okay, the net just flicks ever so slightly the other way there, was it?
You did ask me a question, though, and that this towel break, I think, what would it take for Kuai? Okay, first of all, if she's going to go short, it's going to have to be something that earns her a fourth ball attack when she's on receive. And if not, it's going to have to just become a pushing battle for a while. She can't let Wang Manyu open unless she has positional advantage.
Net 1-5.
And a long serve to the right place, if it's surprising, can do that. It can get Wang Manyu out of position for Kuai to counter, as we've seen time and time again.
Well, eventually she gets there, but this Wang Manyu, she takes a bit of putting down.
Yeah, this was laser-like focus and determination to stay on top of every bounce. Once you turn, you know that you need to make the quality that much better because you're opening up the table. That one was as flat as Kuai Man's hit yet.
Make that 3 in a row now.
And the second point with a bit of fortune out of 2 of the last 3 for Kuai Man, as she clips the net on that fast forehand there, abbreviated stroke, but the facial expression makes it clear.
Yeah, pained. But grateful nonetheless, because she was in trouble in this game.
Timeout.
Oh.
I like
the
this.
game.
Yeah, I like this from Kuai Man. She adds that side spin. This was effective early on. She gets Wang Manyu into more passive play, but again, that pressure to keep it very deep so that Kuai Man can't counter. Fine margins.
Net 6-3.
Point apiece off the timeout, but it's still a 2-point game. So quick, little change up there from Wang Manyu.
If you were to put a percentage, much like when you're looking at the weather for the day, deciding on what clothes to wear, on humidity outside, on discomfort, I would say this was a very humid day. The discomfort factor throughout this point was incredible. They were both just trying to find their positioning to take a shot, but they couldn't easily. It was Wang Manyu with 1.
Now this is a problem because it's a 4-point lead. Wang Manyu serving. And Kuai Man has to conjure up something from somewhere.
Still not comfortable. Kuai Man is not playing her game in quotes, but playing your game is only as good as if it's working. Like shedding skin for a snake, you need to know when you're not wearing the right clothes to beat your opponent. Figuratively speaking, of course. I love it.
This is amazing, isn't it? It's unusual. That was an unusual rally.
It's incredible. Not only is it 15 shots, Kuai Man in this rally puts side spin on. She just absorbs everything. She plays the punching bag and lets Wang Manyu wind up and pull back for the swing time and time again, giving her the runaround.
She did so well to reach it. Yes, she found the edge, but it was down that parallel line.
Edge of the racket. She caught the edge of her racket on that, and Wang Manyu just sort of quietly looked up just to make sure, as if to say, we both know what happened. Kuai was quick to apologize.
7-8.
But not this time, having picked up 3 points on the bounce.
They both invested in the same game in terms of where they could put their chips, in terms of timeouts. They both spent their time out bidding for this game. We've seen a comeback from Kuai down 3-8 already in this match. Wang Manyu knows what she's capable of, so every point is going to be a victory.
And that is a big one for her. We've spoken about her ruthlessness in the past. Does she allow her opponent even a glimmer of a chance here? Chances are she doesn't. 3 game points.
Soft hands.
Oh.
That is guts. This is tough. This is one of the best parts of table tennis. As powerful as both of these players are, as much spin as they can hit, as fast and hard as they can hit a ball, sometimes the answer is just taking a centimeter off and gently touching it, letting your opponent swing.
Let's see how Manyu reacts to that one. It's a great reaction because it's a reaction that carries her to the game and to a 3-1 lead.
Serve drifts long and right there to take the invitation, accept and add a +1 on that RSVP, the forehand and the spin.
Ran around it and caned it from inside to out. That's a quality piece of play.
This is the first time in a long time I've seen a point where Kuai looked like the Kuai I know. That's a compliment to Wang Manyu.
And that is too, because she comes roaring back herself. Inside out as well.
Long push to the middle. Interesting.
It just feels like she's holding not all the aces, but most of them. When Kuai achieves something, Wang Manyu's right back at her. She seems to just be stifling, handcuffing this young woman.
Handcuffing's the perfect word. I think the serves have left Kuai without some answers to really get in with the receive. She's played passively, aggressively with a push to the middle, but 2 points in a row she's pushed. And neither of them were the same as when she was down 7-10 and she was able to very gently control it for a second bounce on the table. Pretty much the opposite. That said, first point on her serve.
She's controlled the pace of this match so very, very well. And very often it's been by taking the pace off. But when she needs to, she ups the tempo.
Wang Manyu was in a tough position. To play that backhand aggressively and perfectly into the crossover, this is where you feel like someone has eyes on the back of her head.
And we may have a look at it again, we may not, but I get the sense that her service win percentages are just carrying her along as well. Everything about her is just solid enough right now.
I think the bravery factor too. There's something to be said about the balance of determination and bravery.
And there's a lot to be said about her sheer skill, the reflexes, the reactions there to deal with the ball that came at her with quite a lot of intent. There. Every point now just assumes such massive proportions for Kuai because she just can't afford to lose them.
Which is interesting because from a positioning standpoint, she was very exposed there. Wang Manyu took the right shot. Remember this chapter, the wide forehand, deep to the backhand chapter of the book? Man, that feels like yesterday.
That was game 2, wasn't it?
What 2025? Okay,
yeah,
I just had to check my watch. No, I mean, Kuai Man, for many points, that was the 3-8 down game. Or in short, yes, game 2.
6-5.
Oh, this is fascinating. It's not wham, bam. It's not stand back off the table and blast, but it's compelling, it's intriguing, and it's hugely meaningful.
We got a lot to talk about when it comes to comebacks. Players who come back always seem to say, I recognize that my opponent was just looking a little bit shaken. Lost confidence, and this gave me confidence to come back in. So 4 points in a row now. Kuai Man from down 2-6 in this is level in a must-win game. Confidence is a crazy thing. It can be powerful. Sometimes if you have to err on the side of whatever it is, I mean, just a little bit too much, okay, might actually help you. I guess the word "too" implies that it's not a positive thing, but confidence is powerful. And right now, Kuai Man has much more of it than she did earlier, and it's a tug of war.
And she had the confidence to do that. You mentioned bravery. That's going to come into play big time now.
Taking risks in life is so important, and risk assessment is basically every point. You'll have a chance to see that in the next final as well.
7.
She needed that, and the vocalization tells you that.
This was the freest forehand we've seen from Manyu in some time. Those 2 pushes when she was serving, those third balls, that was Wang Manyu when she knew exactly what to do. And this was here again, just the same.
Did she make the right choice, Kuai Man? She went back the same way midway through there, and it allowed Wang Manyu to take the initiative.
I think the bait was the turn. Just the question of the placement. It felt like she had to play a forehand from there. If you try to play that arcing ball from the middle with the backhand, it's going to be tough.
Oh, she can't make that.
7.
Big break.
This was one of the best receives I've seen from Kuai Man in some time. Really a short side spin, but Wang Manyu with the good hands here knows exactly what to do, and the break as mentioned. To the fingertips that racket extends. Crucial moments here.
And must-win services. And win one she does.
9.
Some instant table tennis karma here. She gets a little bit of fortune back off the net.
Play, please.
Umpire wants her to play.
Me too.
But she had to wait for her opponent. That's why.
9.
And it was worth the wait.
It was a nerve test. A deeper serve into the crossover here. It was Wang Manyu. I saw you look down at the court here. Look at this. 8% the better on serve. Wang Manyu wins 3 out of every 5 serves she gives.
And what she got right now, she's got the serve. And she's got a chance to serve her way to the championship. The hand held up again.
She did have some IOUs from earlier on. Feels about even now.
What a time for the net to decide to get involved in this one. And the table and the drama just ratchets up again. But she serves again. It's a safe game point. Now it's put away.
11-9.
And isn't it incredible? Patterns have been a little bit hard to discern. Every points had to be taken on its own merits. But there's no denying the importance of this, what's at stake, and what it's maybe brought to the atmosphere of this match as Manyu plays a liberated shot there.
There's an element of just going with it and waiting till you see an opportunity to play out of your comfort zone fast. What I mean by that is they can both play some really fast exchanges. They can both just block forever, drive, loop forever, but they're both just sort of waiting for the moment that there's a race through where the ball's not going to come back. The defense, she can stay back for some time, but it hits the net, the inside-out forehand. Kuai takes a chance here. Wow, not an easy ball to play. Popped up high, deep with topspin. Attempting anyway. Medium, okay. Maybe no net on it. Either way.
Yeah.
Lobbing is risky. I think Ju Chun-hee's kept everything at baseline. Wang Manyu a little bit inside.
Into the table. Looking to dominate there, Kuai, and that's really bold play.
Backhand, the most efficient stroke. Delivers quickly, the Amazon Prime in these rallies. No time to wait for a shipment.
Just the subtlety of Wang Manyu there in terms of the angle, the little change up there. Just a few degrees altered by angle there, enough to have Kuai stretching.
Oh, what a save off the net. Wang Manyu sends it deep, and it's Kuai who had the advantage, but wasn't able to convert here. A big part of it is the positioning. Wang Manyu, after playing that ball, slides a little bit to the right, and suddenly that forehand cross court doesn't feel like such an attractive shot.
You know, just before this one goes whichever way it goes, it's really fascinating to think that for a while, Wang Manyu found herself in finals getting beaten by Sha. Now she's in one where she's coming as the favorite. She's coming as the higher ranked player. She's coming, and she's shown a maturity here, hasn't she, to try and dominate things.
5-4.
But it's interesting now to see if she's going to be the one that just has that ruthless edge to get across the line here. She beat Sun Ying-sha big time recently, and that might just have made her feel that, yeah, I can control and dominate finals.
I think a few times this year, so yeah, that's a big confidence boost.
4-6.
And look at her now,
7.
plotting her path.
The recovery shots after the full strokes. She's doing just everything she needs to be in the right place.
Left 4-7. Seven, 5.
Little side note here that's interesting to me. Sunying Shah called TTR against Kuai and won.
It was the ball hidden, wasn't it?
Yes.
On service.
And it was fascinating because when Wang Manyu raised her hand there for a moment, I wasn't sure, but I wondered. It's a rare thing, but 2 days in a row, Shah had called TTR. Won them both. All that to say, 3-point lead down to 2. Serves back with Wang Manyu.
Seven, 6.
Well, now the save from Kuai on the defense, the blocking game. Wang Manyu was turning it up a notch in this rally. Power, heavy spin, the footing and the timing from that awkward block looked like a little bit of side spin on it to make it slightly more shallow, so Wang Manyu's feet had to come in more.
Both players wearing an expression of anguish at the end of that one.
I think there was a little bit of luck from Kuai. That's what the face missed contact.
Oh no! Oh,
what
she stamps the feet in frustration.
The escape in this one. She was blitzing the table. She did everything to earn it. You could feel Kuai like a storm on the news. She was moving into your town. And the escape, it's not the first time we've seen this, but Wang Manyu barely gets through that.
Yeah, in boxing terms, she was going to deliver the old 1-2. The one landed, the two just didn't.
Seven, 8.
But she's back to her compact best. She's back within 1.
Play, please.
She's not letting Manyu get away here.
That play, please, was for Wang Manyu. You couldn't see it, but she took a little walk for a moment, which also was not on screen the first time when we were waiting for Kuai to serve. She was waiting for Wang Manyu to get back.
Comes back
7.
on the side of Kuai, and she is edging towards success here.
Familiar scoreline. If you were with us last game, you remember how that one played out. 4 in a row for Kuai from down 7-9. This time, it's Wang Manyu with the serves at 9-7.
Engineered the opening.
Interesting decision from Wang Manyu.
Is that something that happens when you're on the brink of winning, maybe? Do you get a little conservative?
Anytime you lose focus, and I think like tightrope walkers, they say that more tightrope walkers fall right near the edge.
Delaying the game.
Wang Manyu just got a yellow card for delaying the game.
Yeah, you spotted her on the walk earlier, and she did it again.
So, but just back to that
9-8.
point, it could be a lack of focus. But she was late to decide, and she played a push from a little bit late, which gave Kuai a freebie.
Because as we often say, one of the hardest things in the game is actually winning it when you're in a position to do so. But now she does pick up a point to earn 2 championship points.
The backhand was so fluid, not the last one, the third to last shot. And after that, it was just enough. The body language of Wang Manyu in this point actually surprised me that she came out on top of it.
Look at that prolonged celebration. So all the pressure is now piled upon Kuai, who serves to stay in this. That's one.
10.
Just for a moment, everyone held their breath.
1 championship point saved, 1 more to go for the defending champion. The only player to win this title other than Sunying Shah. Looking to get a two-peat here. Wang Manyu.
Left 9-10.
21 years old.
Well, the spring of the young spring chicken on this. The feet were quick to get around that corner. And the misdirection, she's done this. This is her bread and butter shot.
But it's still called on bravery to do that. She saves 2 championship points. Kuai fighting to hang on, but she can't, and she earns another championship point, Wang Manyu.
Secure in the spin game as soon as she gets Kuai behind the table. The backhand flick to send Kuai on the chase wide, and now she's got all the time. Still takes a lot of footwork. 3rd championship point for Wang Manyu.
Oh, she's there in the most stunning fashion.
This was an incredible finish. The shot came in.